Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your February 2020 Intuitive Energy Forecast. My name's Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. I can be found on Facebook and Instagram, Wisdom of the Heart, and my website is lisalyle.com. So before we get too far into this reading, I'd like you to take a moment and congratulate yourself for making it through January, the first month of a brand new decade, and it was a doozy. We're going to be feeling reverberating effects of January 2020 for quite some time, and yet as we've moved into February, it's now February the 4th as I record. As we move into February, the energy has lightened slightly. January felt very tight and intense and just almost like a confined energy. Many people were feeling unsteady on their feet, almost like within this void space for much of January. And many things came up, and what we were seeing presented in our personal lives as well as the collective were a large number of items that seek to be acknowledged and healed, right? We can't heal things that we're not aware of. So February is all about, for each of us, and especially for you here, Taurus, being the first earth sign, it's really about reestablishing your footing on this earthly realm. And there is a need for a bit of a retreat during the month of February as that reestablishing takes place, as that reconnection takes place. We have Mercury going retrograde on the 17th of February, and it will be retrograde in the sign of Pisces, and then it will come back into Aquarius and then move direct back through the sign of Pisces. And that's taking place from the 17th of February to March 10th. So during this time, generally Mercury retrograde calls us each to take some time to reflect, to go within, to traverse more of the inner landscape of our lives and really reflect on what's working for us and what perhaps is calling to be released and let go of. So do be sure you take some time this month for that inner reflection. And if at all possible, taking some time in nature to do that reflecting and just observing the ease in which nature does its thing. There's really no resisting. There's no there's no resistance. Nature just is, and nature is a beautiful reflection of who we are as human beings, divine human souls. So for this month, I'm going to be working with the energy of the Divine Order of Magdalene Sisters as connected to the dragons, as connected to universal consciousness and wisdom, and then with connected also to a spirit animal guide. So let's just get right into this for you, Taurus. And we're just really seeing what kind of healing themes are coming up for you this month. And there seems to be two cards that wanted to come out, and this is perfect. Serendipity and God. And God, many people cringe at, any reference to God. And really, in my experience, God is simply an energy as opposed to an entity. God is an energy within, and we can really look at God, the word God, as good, orderly direction. So I feel that this month you are going to be experiencing a lot more than normal of these serendipitous moments where it's just like all kinds of synchronicities, and perhaps maybe you think of somebody and then next thing they're calling you, or you bump into them out in your day-to-day life. I'm just being guided to ask you just to be aware and to understand and know that there are no coincidences. Everything is divinely ordained, and everything happens and unfolds in divine and perfect time. For you, Taurus, I feel like this month of February sort of takes you on that inner landscape journey and guides you to a new passion, if you will, a new creative expression or a new creative outlet. And I know many of my Taurus friends and family are very creative, if not somewhat rigid, in their day-to-day life. And I do feel like this is an expansion of your creative spirit, your creative energy. What I'm hearing is if you've been feeling guided to try something new, this is the month to give it a go. Give it a go and see how it works for you. And again, just trust that you are always being guided. The universe, Mother, Father, God, nature, all have your back and are all really rooting for you to bring to life your heart-centered desires and dreams. From the dragon energy, we have the black dragon from Saturn, and it says brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline, which really connects me back to this God card. When I connect with this black dragon from Saturn, I do feel, as I mentioned before, that rigidity. And so I do feel like you may be challenged this month, Taurus, to let go of some of that, some of the rigidity in your life, some of these things that you have set in place that are, hard and fast, almost like rules that you've created for yourself. I do feel, and with this Saturn dragon coming out, I do feel that energy as well, where you may be being asked by the universe to loosen your hold on the reins, just allowing things to unfold in serendipitous ways that really make your heart sing, that really inspire that creative energy from deep within you. This says, concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision, congratulate yourself, you have passed the test. And really, that's how we started this video off, is congratulating yourself for, being here and getting through the month of January. When I connect with this guy, I'm feeling the energy of obsidian. So perhaps obsidian, if it's not a stone, it's, I don't have any right here handy. Oh, I do. My obsidian sphere. So it's got a highly protective energy. So if you're feeling, your boundaries may be a little wishy-washy, or you're not, you're having trouble focusing, then obsidian may be a useful tool for you. I also feel that it will support you in grounding and connecting more with your element, which is the earth. Let's see what universal, your higher self as eternally connected to source, what message they would like to bring through. And there's 3 here, which is interesting because we haven't had 3 yet. So first of all, we have the number 8 card here, and it's accelerated momentum. So I do feel like as you move through February, things will be picking up. Your energy, if you were feeling really run down and beat down by the energy of January, February is this recovery month, and things are going to be picking up as long as you are allowing yourself to surrender and settle into the energy of each now moment without being too fixed on a desired outcome. The next card out is this number 9 card, this suffering in silence. And this is really speaking to me about first of all, if you're suffering, why are you suffering? And how, with Mercury retrograde, it's always, Mercury always directs us towards our communication, our ability to communicate with others, the way we communicate and speak with ourselves, and then the way we communicate and share our feelings, our thoughts with those people in our life. So if you have been feeling like you're very much alone in this, in this world, on this journey, my question would be to you, why have you made the choice to suffer on your own? There are many people, whether it's professional help you may need, or just reaching out to friends and family. When we often look at, or we have often viewed, it's been sort of conditioned into us to view asking for help as a weakness, when actually asking for help is a great sign of strength. So don't suffer in silence this month. This is a number 9 energy, and 9 is the energy of completion. So gone are the days where you had to go it alone, do it on your own. There is an abundance of, what I'm hearing is there is an abundance of support and excuse me, a wealth of resources available to you now. It's up to you to ask for the help that you need. And again, that asking for help may simply be through prayer and meditation, because I'm really feeling this God card connected here as well. The third and final card that you received is the Triumph card, which in the traditional tarot is the Chariot, number 7. So you've got a 7, 8, 9 here. 7, 8, 9. It's like step by step by step by step. You're growing. Step by step by step by step. You're becoming more comfortable in the unknowing, what we cannot know. And for some of us, especially for those of us of the earth element, we really want to know. We want to know everything. We want to know how it's going to play out. And sometimes that can be to our detriment. Other times it's a great, it's a positive trait, and yet it can be quite limiting. So this really feels like, as you ask for help, as you reach out, you are being assured here that victory is yours. And it's really through riding through all of the uncomfortable feelings that may be coming up for you. And just, it's this energy of perseverance is the word that keeps coming into my mind when I'm connected with you. It's like perseverance. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Don't sit and go it alone. You are never alone. You never have to go it alone. Your healing work is something that you have to do on your own. And yet, even with that, you are not alone. You are incredibly supported. So let's see what animal guide comes to work with my beautiful Taurus family this month. And I will share the guidebook message from this one. You got 2. Interesting. So we've got the Scorpion and we've got the Hyena. And first and foremost, I'm connecting with the Scorpion, and I'm going back to a lot of the cards you've received and the coloring, the color at the tip of the tail here. It's here. It's here in the Triumph card. It's here in this card. It's in the Serendipity card as well. And it's in the Accelerated Motion card. What I'm feeling a little bit of a caution here when I connect in with the Scorpion. Being sure that, again, with Mercury retrograde and our attention being drawn to the way we communicate, with the Scorpion coming up for you, Taurus, I'm really feeling like being mindful that you are not lashing out at yourself this month. That you're not, this is a fire, this is, both of the cards you got are from the fire element. So there can be very much, and with Taurus as the first, with the fixed earth sign, there can be quite of the, what do I want to say? It's almost like reaction as opposed to reflecting to respond. You don't want to get into this reactionary state where you're just lashing out and, stinging those that come close or come and want to help you. Also, when I connect with the Scorpion, obviously I connect with the energy of Scorpio, which is a highly intuitive sign. So I feel that this is speaking about your high level and fine-tuned intuition and to trust it this month. Scorpio's also a sign that can be very, very secret. And so I would like to say to you, Taurus, be sure that you are not suffering in silence, that you are not, what do I want to say, like biting your tongue, holding back the speaking of your truth. It's very important this month that you be you. And then we get the hyena. And, hyenas, they're so ugly, they're kind of cute. But I always see the hyena as like scavengers and really taking advantage of the weak. And so I feel like this is saying to you, first of all, to take advantage of those opportunities that come your way through synchronistic moments, synchronistic energy. And I also feel, I'm going back to the black dragon from Saturn here, be very mindful of your boundaries this month. And be very mindful that you not allowing others to cross your boundaries. So I do feel like February is really for you, Taurus. It's about this inner traversing of your inner planes. And really, I feel that there will be some shadow work this month, and it's feeling to me around the time of the full moon, which is coming up this weekend. We're at the 4th, so I think the full moon's the 9th, the 10th of February, the full moon in Leo. And so I do feel that that's an important one for you. So perhaps working with the element of fire, because you're very clear on some things that you're ready to let go of in your life, in your experience. Work with that fire energy to support that. And if you do have some of the darker or more shadowy aspects of yourself coming to the surface, please know that they are coming up in order to be seen by you so that they can be healed through you. And again, if you feel like opportunity is knocking, and that's the words I'm hearing, opportunity is knocking, opportunity is presenting itself to you, jump on that when it feels right for you. And it'll be through these coincidences or serendipitous moments, okay? So let's see what the guidebook has to say about these two cards. And we haven't seen these in any of the other readings for this month. So, the Scorpion, passionate, competitive, tends toward isolation, which goes right back to that card, suffering in silence, right? You don't have to suffer in silence. The Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heart festers, and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings to everyone and heal and get back to your usual fiery but fun self. So when in balance, the Scorpion energy is wild and free and fierce. When out of balance, it's jealous, resentful, and unresolved. To bring into balance honesty and forgiveness. And then hyena, right here. Humor, wit, and sarcasm. The hyena personality is a jokester and crowd pleaser, but below the surface there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hold old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? So when in balance, the hyena is charming, witty, and fun to be around. When out of balance, they're scrappy, petty, and suspicious. And to bring into balance, sobriety. Okay, so the fact that sobriety has come there, for some of you, there may be some addiction issues that are coming up, or perhaps you've been sitting in an addictive energy, which is why you're suffering in silence. You don't want to talk about it. There may be guilt and shame attached to it. February is a month to seek the help and find the support that works best for you. So Taurus, thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you for your support here on this channel. Please do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated by me, and it helps me a lot. If you're interested in your own personal reading with me this month, I am doing these style Magdalene messages for $55. A link can be found in the comments below, although I was informed that the link I'm putting in is not working. So if that's the case, please send me an email and we can get you scheduled. So until then, Taurus, be good to yourself this month, and please know you are not alone. I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you.